guys, I have a new video for you today. It is a tag video that I kind of saw floating around YouTube, and it kind of incorporated a lot of the questions that people had been asking me to do on Instagram in terms of video ideas. So I thought I would kind of do the tag video because it answers a lot of the questions that you guys have asked me. So I wrote down all of the questions here, and I thought let's just get straight into it and answer some of these questions. So question number one is, how and when did you find out that you were pregnant? So I actually found out on the 23rd of December 2019. I found out because I phoned my friend that morning and said that, you know, my period hadn't started, and I think at that point I was a day or two late, and she said to me, you know, you really need to go and get a test. So that day I went out, got a test. I actually did it in town, the test, because I was that nervous, and it came back positive, and I kind of freaked out a little bit. But yeah, that's how I found out, the 23rd. And then on the 26th of December, I did the Clear Blue Digital, which is obviously when it tells you how far along you are. And that's when I found out I was about 2 to 3 weeks pregnant already. So question number two, how did you feel? I felt a mixture of emotions. I felt really happy and excited because I've always wanted to be a mum, but I was really scared and nervous because it was the worst circumstances for me to fall pregnant, and I will get into that in other videos and later on in this video. But it was kind of mixed because I wasn't really sure how to feel. I knew there would be a lot of judgment or sort of people that didn't agree with me keeping the baby, with things that were going on in my life. So I don't know, it was a bit mixed for me. I didn't know how to feel, but I personally felt quite excited about finally getting the chance to be a mum. So I guess that balanced it out, and that's why we are where we are now. How old were you? I was 24 when I found out, and I don't know if I'll be 25 by the time baby is here because she's due around my birthday. So it could go either way at the moment. But yeah, 24. How did you tell your partner? Now this is where it gets a bit strange. I'm not with baby's partner. I'm not with baby's dad, basically. But we were together when I found out I was pregnant. So I phoned him because he had gone to South London because we had had a big argument, and I told him, look, you know, I just took a pregnancy test, it's come back positive. And he came back to where we were living from South London, and we were together for about a month after finding out that I was pregnant, and then we broke up for good. And there's again drama surrounding that, and it's not as easy as that. So unfortunately I am doing it on my own. It's not how I would have wanted it in an ideal world, but I know that me and baby are loved and supported by people in my friends and family circle, so I'm not worried about her feeling unloved or anything like that, or unsupported. So yeah. Question 5, did you wait 3 months to tell people? I don't think I waited 3 months. I think I waited 2.5. The simple fact is that I knew there would be a lot of controversy around me being pregnant with the person that I was with at that time. So although me and my partner broke up in January and I moved back home with my mum in February, I don't think I told her until the end of February. Yeah, the end of February. So it was a bit slow, and then I didn't obviously tell a lot of people until maybe March time, because I just wanted to be excited for myself before I let other people's judgment, or I guess just to give myself time to prepare in case there was any backlash. So I waited quite a while before I told everybody. But my mum, I even waited a while before I told her. Yeah, my whole family, I think I waited quite a while. Is this your first? Yes, this is my first baby. I don't have any currently. This is the only one that I will have when she comes in August for now. So yes. Do you want more? Is question number 7. I'd love to have more, but obviously I'll just have to wait and see what happens in my life. I'm not in any rush in terms of dating or even trying to find a partner or anything. So even if I just have the one, I'd be more than happy. But obviously if I could have more, I would love to have 2 or 3 more, or I don't know. See what happens, because I'm still only young, so there's no rush at the moment. Your biggest craving? I don't really have any. My only craving is that I'm just eating constantly, so snacking a lot. I like having bagels, avocado, crisps, fruit, mango juice, iced tea, but they're not really cravings. Like, I could do without them. It's just that they're nice things for me to have at the moment to try and be a bit more healthy, opposed to what I was eating and drinking before I fell pregnant. So yeah, I don't really have any specific cravings, apart from maybe pistachios. And I did have a thing for tuna in the first trimester, but that stopped now, so I don't really have any now. The best part about being pregnant is knowing that there's someone in my life now that I have to succeed for. Before I fell pregnant, I was in a really unhappy place, and I was in a really, I don't really want to say dark place, but I didn't feel happy. And now I know that I've got someone to turn my life around for. I've got someone to be positive for, as well as myself, and it kind of encouraged me to give myself that push. Whereas before, if it was just me I was living for, I might not have done it. So for me, having her is kind of like something to live for, you know. It's something really encouraging, really positive, that's come out of something quite negative in my life, and I'm really excited to see what happens, where we go from here, and obviously our life moving forward. The worst part about being pregnant is obviously, I think for me, it's seeing all the really happy couples and things on social media. And it's not that I'm against anybody that obviously has a partner, because it is the ideal situation, but sometimes I just feel a little bit like, I don't know how people will take it if they heard all my story, or if they knew exactly what was going on in my life. And part of me does just miss the idea of her having her dad and having a dad around. But again, you know, the situation is kind of for the best. Obviously I do just feel a bit sad for her, that she won't have both her parents around. So that's, I guess, one negative for me. Will you find out the gender? I already know. I'm having a girl. I paid privately and went somewhere in Southend for my scan. If I remember the company, I'll put it down below, but I went there for a private scan and found out I was having a baby girl. And then when I had my 20-week scan with the NHS, they confirmed it was a girl. So definitely having a girl at this point. Do you have names picked out? No. I have some suggestions, but I've done a video of that, and I will put that up next week, of some of my name ideas that I've seen or that I like, but I haven't decided on a set name just yet. Question 13, what's your birth plan? Again, I'm going to do a video on my birth plan. The current situation in the UK with COVID-19 means that a lot of maternity and labour units and things like that are changing, so I don't know if my birth plan will have to be adapted. I've already got it done pretty much, but obviously with the changes that are being made, there's already things that are different on my birth plan, so I don't want to do my video yet in case everything changes. Like, I don't know how everything's going to be come August, so I've got it done. I will do a video. I'm just waiting to see if I have to adapt my plan closer to the time at the moment. Question 14, will you breastfeed? Yes, if I can. Obviously, if I have issues with that and I can't for any reason, I will happily bottle feed, but I would love to be able to exclusively breastfeed for at least the first 6 months, and then we'll see how it goes from there. I'll also be happy to combine feed as well if I need to, but I would love to try and breastfeed at least. Question 15, will you work or be a stay-at-home mum? I will be working. Being a single mum, I can't afford to sit at home all day doing nothing, and I like working, so I feel like I would miss it eventually. At the moment, I'm currently a trained primary school teacher. Obviously, when baby comes, I don't know if maybe I'll be looking into other things, other jobs, careers. I don't know. I would like to go back to teaching, but I'm open to obviously career changes, things like that. We'll just have to see what happens come August. But ideally, I'd like to spend the first 6 to 7 months at home, and then get into starting to go back to work part-time, and then eventually going back to work full-time when I can. Question 16, will you make your own baby food? Yes, I love the idea of making your own baby food. I've got nothing against those that use pre-made food, because I will probably use pre-made food as well, but I would love to also have the chance and the opportunity to make my own baby food as well when she is weaned onto solids, and just try and get her to have as creative a palate as possible, because I can be really picky with what I eat and I don't want that for her. So, you know, I'd like to try and purify up loads of different foods and try and get her as interested in everything as soon as possible. So I'd be quite excited to try that. And 17, do you have any nursery ideas? Now, currently I'm with my mum. I moved back home in February with the idea of moving out before baby came. However, again, with COVID-19, we don't know if that's going to be a possibility. So at the moment, me and baby are sharing a bedroom and it's not the biggest. So I don't really have any nursery ideas as of yet. But when I move into my own place and baby has her own room, I don't want pink. Like, I know that sounds really strange, but I don't want a pink filled room. I like quite neutrally colours. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it yet, because I kind of want to see the space I'm working with, because it might not fit the nursery themes that I have in mind, or by the time I move out with whatever's happening with this virus, she might not even need a nursery. She'll go straight into a bedroom. Like, I really don't know how long I'm going to be here with everything going on. So we'll just have to see. But at the moment, she's got kind of like a grey theme going on in my bedroom. Well, a grey and white theme. I'm looking at her like nursery part of my bedroom. But maybe I'll do a tour of my room when it's done, because at the moment I'm trying to get things from IKEA, but their delivery is really bad, because obviously of the COVID-19. But when I get it done, maybe I'll do a room tour so you can see how I've made it work. Because obviously I went from being in my own flat to moving back into my mum's house, and all of my things that have been spaced out over an entire flat are now in one bedroom. So it's tough, but we're making it work. And obviously the minute that I move out, I can do a house tour, flat tour, whatever I end up in, and she will have her own space, which will be amazing. But for now, she'll be fine with me. She'll be co-sleeping in her little next to me crib, so it'll be ideal and it will all work out in the end. But those were the 17 questions. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and next week I've got my baby names coming up. I have also got another haul video. Well, I've got two different ones to do, and also my baby bag. I've packed my baby bag for the hospital already, so I will try and do that. And then I'll also do I don't know, I want to do some makeup videos as well, so let me know if you're down for me to add those onto this channel as well, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye guys.